MPs in Russia are proposing some pretty interesting laws, and you can kind of compare them to some of the crazy laws that we try to pass here in the United States. But I wanted to share some of them with you, so if you do live in the United States, you don't feel too bad about the craziness that happens here. Now, some of the MPs have proposed laws that would ban smoking for women under the age of 40. So if you're over 40, it's cool, right? As long as you don't smoke around kids. But if you're under the age of 40, smoking is completely banned for you. Another law would ban advertisements for condoms and pregnancy tests. So in the mainstream press, you wouldn't be able to see any of those advertisements. Another proposal would ban foreign words in certain broadcasts. And if you do get caught using a foreign word, you'll have to pay a steep fine.
Okay, so let me break these down. I have a crazy theory on the 40-year-old rule. It's such a weird rule, right? They're like, if you're under 40 in Russia, you know, you could be a hot Russian girl. We don't want you to get lines and bad teeth and endanger your health. If you're above 40, have at it, horse. I think it's passed by dudes. I think that's the way they're thinking, and that's why they passed that.
I don't know if that's...
Because why? There's no why. If it comes to freedom, why would it matter if it was under 40 or above 40?
Maybe in their crazy minds, they think that after 40, it's a lost cause. You know, like if
that's part of it.
Yeah, if you're past 40 and you've been smoking for a long time, you're less likely to kick the habit. It's going to be harder for you to stop smoking. But if you're younger, maybe you can kick that. I don't know. I'm speculating. I have no idea what their intentions are. Yeah, it's speculation. Exactly.
So, me too. Okay, now look, we can keep making fun of the Russians, which I love to do. Okay, I probably passed it while they were on vodka. Okay, anyways. But look, there's crazy laws everywhere.
Of course. We try to pass crazy laws here all the time. All the time. So
I mean, we got legislators trying to pass laws about whether you were legitimately raped or not.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's here in the U.S. And then in Turkey, there was much worse. You couldn't speak Kurdish for a long time, right? Now, Kurdish is the language of a lot of people who live in Turkey who are Turkish citizens who happen to be of Kurdish heritage. That's much worse than you're not allowed to use foreign words. I think that they might have tried that in Turkey too, but don't quote me on that. So it's something that a lot of countries go through where they get isolationist and they hate the world. And they're like, all right, you're not allowed to say computer anymore, okay? So like in Turkey, I think they had to say the Turkish word, bilgisayar. No one said that. They're like, okay, hey, do you have a computer? So they're like, we're not, that's so silly, right? And they go through these phases. And so obviously Russia's going through a more conservative phase where they pass important, serious laws against gays, right? And take away their rights. And then goofy laws like this.
Yeah, so the goofy law that stood out to me the most actually has to do with footwear. So let me read that to you. One lawmaker with the Russian parliament's lower house, the State Duma, recently proposed introducing official standards for footwear, charging that high heels and ballet flats are bad for women's health. Which, by the way, is true.
Okay. Oh,
like flats are terrible for your feet. High heels obviously are not good for your feet. The only thing you could wear that are good for your feet are, like, I don't know, running shoes that are customly sized and whatever. Yeah.
Okay, that's so complicated. Okay, my theory on this is that guy has a foot fetish. Okay, he's like, all right, no, I'm gonna have to see your feet. I'm gonna see if you've got exact right size. Not too high, not too low. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to inspect everybody's footwear.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you want to talk about big government? So like, what? 1 inch, 2 inches is okay, but 3 inches is too much. 0 inches is too little.
It's crazy. Let's let people wear whatever the hell they want to wear. Let's pass legislation that actually makes sense. I mean, obviously, I like that you mentioned some of the more dangerous legislation that Russia has passed as of late. But it's just, I don't know. I just thought it was a funny story. Like, some lawmakers don't have anything better to do. Let's worry about footwear.
So, in case you think we're anti-Russian, our executive producer here is of Russian descent, okay, Irina Nikita.
And she was upset when we proposed this story in the production meeting.
She wanted to kill this story, okay.
She was so mad.
Right, she's like, oh yeah, make fun of Russians, easy joke, nice job, okay, classy. But we did the story anyway. But I promised her that I wouldn't say Russians. Ha ha ha.
The worst.
No. So is it just Russians? Of course not. There's goofy laws everywhere. We just thought these were kind of fun. That's all.